What's happening, YouTube? Chris here. Just wanted to bring you guys an update on something that I was looking at. I was in my chair and I was doing some studying on different things, and I started looking into Bitcoin here. And I want to give you guys my opinion. And first of all, I want to ask you guys the question. I want you to put it down in the comments. Do you guys believe the bottom is in, or do you believe that we're going to have another lower low? Because we've had nothing but lower highs. Do you believe that another lower low is coming in, or do you feel as though we are at the bottom? So guys, leave that down low in the comments. I really want to hear what you guys have to say about that, and I'll try to get back to it as soon as I can. So what we're looking at here, guys, is Bitcoin. We're stepping back. We're looking at it on the one-day chart. What I did for you guys, I went through and we're going to look at this, basically how professional traders look at it, and they're going to be looking at it by the channels. Okay, so our first channel down here, guys, this area we have from $824 to 1,776, and you can see that basically what we're going off here is support and resistances, guys. All right, then our next channel, number 2, and I just labeled them so you guys could see here, that is between 1776 and 2883, and that's, guys, what a lot of people are saying we're going to come down here and test is that 2861, somewhere right around there, because we had a lot of volume come in that area, so that could definitely be a good spot of support. And that would almost look like we were setting a double bottom, guys, in a way as well. We'd be a little bit below our all-time low, I believe was 3100 or so. So we're really going to have to pay attention for that area, guys, because if our low here at 31, I believe it was, yeah, 3100 is broken, we're definitely going to go down to that, I would say 2883, right in that range. I can definitely see us going there. There may be a quick pause at 3000 just for psychological, but I feel like we're going to break down below that. And then, guys, up above that now, what we're looking at here, we also have to look at channels. There's going to be a lot of resistance there around that $5,000. There's psychological, and we also have this over here. And guys, we're going to also get into this falling wedge here in a minute. I just want to take you guys through this so we can actually see what we're looking at here. And then the next channel, you can see basically the space between them, guys. Right here, we're going to be looking from that 5,000 to 5784, and that's going to be some of the biggest resistance that we have to get over is right here. This purple line, guys, that's going to be huge. And then from there, we go to our 5784 up to our 7464, and that was this top right here. If you guys remember that coming in, that was in, let's see, September that came in. I remember that was really exciting. And then, guys, the next stop would be up to that, basically 10,000. Right here. No, I'm sorry, this is the channel, guys, right here. It would be 8,500. That would be this top. And then the next top's going to be around that $10,000, which is going to be a big deal. And then above that, guys, we have that 11,719. Now, what's so beautiful after that, guys, we fell so hard and so fast. Yes, we came down here, we had a quick reaction, but there's not a ton of support or resistance right here. This would just be something that we potentially, if we could get over this top, we could run from 11,719 all the way up to around that 17,000 very, very quickly. So that's what we have to pay attention to, are these channels, guys, and we have to see if these channels are holding. So I'm going to start doing some more reading and studying about channels as well, because they fascinate me and how accurate they've been for all this type of stuff, guys. The patterns have been very accurate, and the support and resistance, and the channels have been very, very accurate. So the next thing I wanted to get into here is this falling wedge that you can see here, guys. We've had one touch, maybe two, and at least 3 touches. And you see each time we came up, we didn't get to it, but we were trying to get to that area, guys. So we have plenty of touches on top for it to confirm. And then we have our 2 touches down here, which we'd want to see 3 for it to be a little bit more solid, a little bit more firm. But 2 touches does qualify as a trend line, obviously. So, guys, we are in that falling wedge pattern, and basically what I did for you here, I put percentages out for you. So say we came back down again here and maybe hit that double bottom, or went a little bit lower down to that 2,800, guys. Say we came back up off there. All right, so I was basically having us come down to about right in this area and then make a move back up. And if we are able to get through this top trend line of the wedge, guys, we're looking at a potential 113% gain if this falling wedge plays out. And that would put us directly at this 8,500, this top right here. And how you figure that out is basically taking the back end of this right here and measuring that, and that was 113%. So I just took 113 roughly, guys. I'm not saying this is exactly where it's going to happen or if it's even going to come back down to that point. But what I'm trying to tell you is, say it does come down here, we get another touch here, and then it comes back up, and we break through this out of this falling wedge. Research a falling wedge on in Investopedia and all that different types of stuff. You'll see this, guys, and you'll see the qualifications for it. And if it does break, you're roughly looking close to about the same amount percentage that you have back here, but that's in traditional stocks. Anything can happen in cryptocurrency. You guys know that. So our target would basically almost be that 8,500 if we were able to break out of there. That's on the upside. On the downside, guys, we very well could go to 2,800, and if 2,800 does not hold, then we're looking down at that 1,776 area. And these channels happen and they fall really fast, and that's what we have to pay close attention to, is how fast this market moves, guys. That's the biggest thing I can tell you. So you really have to keep your eye on this and keep up to date of what's going on, and that's why I try to put out videos the best that I can for you. I want to really try to help you guys and just show you, you know, it's better to be prepared for the downside and the upside than to get caught with your pants pulled down, essentially, because you weren't planning. You have to have a plan. So I have a plan for the upside, and I also have a plan for the downside. Guys, we could go as low as $824, no problem. It could be a full bubble pop to where we come all the way back down here, we set a floor for a year, and then we start going back up. That is 100% in the cards. So I want you guys to look at all these different angles, and I want you to tell me what you think. Do you believe this falling wedge is going to play out? Do you believe we're going lower? Are we going to bounce off this lower part of this falling wedge down around here at that 28? Is that a potential, guys, before we start to make another move up? But I can't explain to you how this overhead resistance, how powerful this is going to be. There's going to be a lot of bears waiting right there. So that's why we almost would need to break out of a falling wedge like this to be able to get the power on the volume to be able to make it up over this and then turn that into maybe support before we make the next move, guys. Because we're going to get through this, it's going to have to be power and it's going to have to be volume. That's massive. We sat there for essentially from June all the way till the break of November 16th. So, you know, we were going up and down and everything, but that was the floor, guys, of the descending triangle. So we're no longer in the descending triangle, and we're kind of in this falling wedge. So you guys let me know what you're doing. Today we are at 36.65, and it's going to be very important that we hold that 36 area too. So if we zoom in just a hair here, this is what we're trying to hold, guys. Right around in there, around that 35.56. It's going to be important that we hold that today. But we're going to see, guys, if we bounce back up here, then we come down here, we can maybe hit that before we make another move. But we're going to have to see. No one in this market has a crystal ball, so that's what I want to tell you. You have to do your own due diligence. You have to look back through the charts. You have to pay attention to these things the best that you can. And that's why I cleared off all the moving averages. We weren't even putting those things into play. We were just looking at it by the channel, and I hope you guys like this, because it's just some things that I've been looking at, and I definitely want to always share with you guys because you've been here and I really appreciate it. So if you guys could like, subscribe, all that, leave some comments down there. Still haven't been feeling the best with this cold and everything else that I've been recovering from, but guys, we're making it. God's good. We're getting through it, and I just thank you for being here. Take care.